You are now listening to the world-famous Gamer Boyz Podcast.
What's good, fam? It's your boy Jorge. Welcome to episode, I believe it's 160 of the Gamer Boyz Podcast.
Damn.
My name is Jorge.
And I'm Pilot Hero.
We got, what that lady call you? David Beckham.
I'm
the
David
Hispanic David Beckham is in the house once again.
Yes. It's
What's
good
up,
to
man?
be back. It's good to be back. I'm back and I got different hair.
Yeah,
And
I like it.
Yeah. Yeah. I
looks
got
good.
Jorge's approval, and I think that's all that matters for us to move forward with our success.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
I love it. And you know what? This is another lawsuit waiting to happen. If you know what I'm talking about.
Maybe it reversed, though, because he did have the hair color.
I know. That's
You
like
had the style.
I had the style.
And
For
he,
sure.
for sure, 100% copied that.
Yes.
But color, we'll give it to him.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
That's true. That's
Can't win them all, man.
I can't win them all.
But you did say you're also thinking of maybe shaving the beard off.
Like shaving it to a 5 o'clock shadow. So still hair, like stubble.
Oh, like
But
what's
like-
it called? Like a fade.
Yes.
Nice
yes. That's the word I'm looking for. Like a fade of a beard, basically.
Well, like I said, I like it because it's cleaned up. So
Mhm.
they obviously cut up here and then down here.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
cleaned up. So
Yeah.
even that by itself.
Helps it a lot.
Yeah,
Like it looks,
yeah,
makes
for
it look
sure.
good. Okay. All right. Hey, you know what? I'm not one to argue when it comes to Jorge's style, because I've there's times where I come here and I'm like, dude, you look like you've been at home and you look great doing it. Like you have this formal at home look. Like for me, for example, I have shorts that have a hole in it, and you see my Johnson sticking out every now and then. You know, like I can't roll like that. But you have this like
No.
fresh ass.
It's kind of like the
Look to
conversation we had before this podcast. If we could get into it if you want later on or whatever, but we had a conversation, but this is kind of along those lines that only because I work from home, a lot of times I do leave though.
Yes.
But like the number one thing, like, and I tell my kids too, is when I get up, I get dressed as I'm going to go to work.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that not only does that like motivate you, like, okay, well, if you're going to go to work, you would get dressed and stuff. So you already have that mentality, like you're ready
Yes.
for the day.
Yes.
But then also like, what if something happens where like you got to run out the house real quick?
Right.
You don't really have the time to be like, oh shit, let me go put my Johnson away
Yeah.
and put some pants on,
Right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like I'm already ready to go.
Yes. No. Yeah. And like to that note, you've always placed yourself as a representable person. That's what's dope, and that's why I don't question you.
Yeah.
I don't question you at all.
Well, let's if you decide to like, shave it and stuff, can we put designs in there first? Like maybe one day, you know how people do that.
Before I shave it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like let's do just like the thin line, like just mustache, super thin line like that.
I'm down.
Maybe just like a dirty mustache.
Yeah. I'm down. And then like, yeah, we'll make that as a little video.
Yeah.
That'd be sick. I'm kind of down for that. And then like put a poll and say, should he keep it?
Well, because you like grow facial hair pretty quick, I believe.
Yeah.
So like if we did like a Fu Manchu, which I don't even know what that is. I think it's just like the mustache and then or it's like the big handlebar mustache. I think.
So what, like has to come out?
No, like a handlebar, like they go down like this.
Bah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So you shave everything in the middle and everything on the side, but just leave it. Don't quote me on that. Like
Yeah,
I'm sure
yeah.
the people are like, no, that's not it.
Yeah,
But
people in the community know.
yeah.
But-
But I'm sure you could do that. And then within the next week and a half, you already have it again. So you could do a different design.
True.
So that's what's cool about
Yeah.
you. Like you're like a good canvas.
No doubt. I grow hair so fast.
Yeah.
So fast. Like, don't be surprised if like my roots are already 90% taking over my gray hair or silver hair, whatever color. What color would you say this is?
Yeah, that's
In
more
your
like
opinion.
a silver.
About a silver.
Yeah.
Right? With a hint of blue. Do you see blue?
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of
That's
people
what
say they
makes
see
it-
blue, and that's how I see blue.
Yeah, that's what makes it the silver.
The silverish
Yeah.
color. Okay, well then we'll take it. But yeah, I think that I'm so willing, and we'll get it on tape. Do you have clippers of your own?
Oh yeah. I cut my kids' hair.
Hell yeah, same. See, we're Hispanic though.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's like a thing we do.
Probably.
But I'm so down.
Yeah.
So 100% down. That would be so much fun.
You also mentioned you won't be here next week.
I will not be here next week. This is me dropping the ball yet again. Jorge wants to. I swear. Once I let's just say I became famous tomorrow. Jorge, you're my full-time manager. Like,
you don't
I'm
want
lost
that
without you.
because then I'm yelling at you for
You
sure.
have
Right
to.
now, I don't yell at you
Because I'm lost without you. But I'll be in Disneyland all next week. All next week, I'll be in Disneyland. I come back on Friday, I believe. So
the following week.
The following week, it'll be on Friday. So this should be a fun time. This time we're going with a vengeance because we went during the cold season.
Yeah.
And everyone got sick except me and one of my kids. My other kid got sick. Wife got sick. The rest of the family got sick that came with us. So this is redemption. We're gonna go in with our fist in the vagina. You know what I mean? We're full force fist.
Yeah.
And if we're feeling frisky, I'm putting another fist in there. You know, if you can get one in there, you just lick up the other hand. You put the other one in there.
Jesus.
Going full force.
Yeah. That's a case that you're catching right there for sure.
Something.
Yeah.
But so I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. I'm going to take a lot of pictures. Hopefully I can knock down a couple of TikToks that I have already implemented in my mind. And hopefully it works out. Yeah. You know, I feel like a content creator with my hair looking like this.
That's what I was gonna say. Like there has to be, like, I can help you if you want, but there has to be a way of research. Maybe some creator that kind of has the same look as you. Oh, especially with your hair. Okay. And then see what they dress like and stuff, and then maybe one day try to figure out that situation. Dress like that. Be at Disneyland. And then just like act like you're that person to see how many people will come up to you and be like, interesting, let me take a photo and all that. Like,
and be like, all right, yeah, sure, come on, yeah, come over here, honey.
I think that would make some pretty good content as well.
I think that'd be hilarious. Yeah, that'd be super good. See, this is why I said you're gonna be my manager full time. You're gonna, I mean, whatever you want to do on the side, that's fine, but it's gonna take up a lot of your time. Yeah. You know, and I'm going to pay you a lot of money.
It's be a lot of yelling from me.
It'll be worth it. It'll be so worth it. Yeah. So what we got going today, man? I mean, I missed you. So anything new? Did I miss anything last week? What's going on?
No, not necessarily. The gaming industry has been kind of at a standstill. Everyone's playing the normal games.
They're like respected games, huh?
Yeah, you
like
know,
they're sticking to it.
The Fortnite no build, people are still loving that, but then there's the build side too. Right. So you could do whatever you want. Call of Duty, they had the big event. We'll go into it a little bit, but I heard it sucked. I haven't checked it out myself. Same. Heard some things though. Yeah, some new games coming out. Some games getting pushed back, like we'll talk about. Cool. But for the most part, it's been kind of quiet. It's just like, it just seems like every week there has to be something. And if something doesn't happen, like if there's not a flying Tesla or the owner of the flying Tesla buying Twitter or like a war breaking out, it's like kind of feels like it's a weird week. Like what's going on? You know?
As far as the gaming community goes. Yeah. But you are invested in the fighting community as well. Oh yeah. And I know that you always invest a good amount of time and you like to get to the dirty deets of what's going on and what's happening. Yeah. That's what I wanted to hear. Did you watch? I only got to see the highlights, unfortunately, but I've been waiting for this moment just to hear your opinions and thoughts on it. So when we get to that.
It's been a while since we actually talked about UFC or fighting.
It has been.
There's a couple things that happened this weekend about that. Before we get into it, big shout out to our people over at Guayaki. Make sure you go to Guayaki or Guayaki, like they say.
Guayaki.
Yeah. But, you know, for you people out there watching our channel and everything, Guayaki, yerba mate, yellow can. I got the Rebel Berry. It's the classic.
That's the one.
This is it.
That's the creme de la creme.
That's so good.
That slurp, I felt it.
Hey, like when it's like super cold, I feel like I could taste like grape. I don't think there is grape, but like a grape flavor. I know it has like hibiscus. Yes. Which is like a flower and you make tea out of it and stuff. Sometimes I could really, really taste that. And I love that, like hibiscus
so good.
Juice.
Yeah.
Or water, whatever you want to call it.
And the colder it is.
Yeah. So like the colder it is, sometimes I'll either get like a hibiscus hit or a grape hit. But when I get those hits, I'm like, dude, today's going to be a good day.
You're like, that was it. Yeah.
So check out guayaki.com. They got the store locator. Enter your zip code. You can see where in your area who carries guayaki, which should be everyone by now. Most gas stations do. So make sure you go support our people at Guayaki. And then also, I want to talk about our title sponsor of today's podcast. And that is, who would you call if you need some type of assistance in shooting people in the head?
Who would I call if I needed assistance in shooting people in the head?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I would go with Headshot Red Dot.
Okay.
Personally.
I mean, I would agree. 100% agree. www.headshotreddot.com. Make sure you get yourself a device.
And knocks some heads.
Best, the best in the business.
The best in the business. Knocks some fools in the head.
That's headshotreddot.com. Go over there, get yourself a device, $30, I believe. Absolutely. I'm not sure if they're on sale right now or whatever, but make sure you go support. Yeah. It's a small company. Steve over there runs a good company, good product.
Yep. Good man. American made.
Yeah. We both use straight out of Michigan.
Yep.
So we both use that device when we play first person shooters. That's, how you're going to get the best headshots, obviously, but just
best bang for your buck.
You're gonna just drop shot people. You're gonna hip shot people quicker than they could do it to you, because you know that the red dot is exactly where it needs to be. So there's no way you're missing those shots. So
just to add to that, and I don't think I've gotten a chance to emphasize on this, but I started using the Headshot Red Dot on my Apex game. And the cool thing about that is that the meta right now is hip fire. So for whatever reason, you're if you're playing on controller, of course, this is specifically for controller players, but if you're hip firing, your multiplier for the aim assist is tripled. And I don't think a lot of people understand that.
Okay.
So that crosshair, that red dot hitting headshots for me, that's all I needed. And the hip fire game is so on point. It really is. So yes, get yourself a device. And that's for a device, ladies and gentlemen. If Jorge were to ask me if I needed somebody in person, I would have asked Jason Bourne to help me with headshots in person. So,
but even Jason Bourne, when he games first person shooter games, he uses a Headshot Red Dot.
Yes.
From headshotreddot.com.
From headshotreddot.com. In fact, that's a part of his training. They just took out the deleted scenes from the film, from Jason, from the Bourne films, of how he did his training. Yeah. So,
a little side note real quick before we get off of this topic. Most movies made from 2000 till now, action movies, were all based on gameplay of Pilot Hero and I.
Yes.
Using Headshot Red Dot.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Just, think about that.
Yeah. Think about that when you wake up in the morning and take a shit. And you're looking down and you forgot your phone on your charger and you're like, fuck, I got to think of something to get, me through this poop cycle. And then you're like, you know what? Pilot Hero and Jorge has developed a type of world when it comes to shooting, and Headshot Red Dot is to thank. So you're welcome.
I think Headshot Red Dot should just like in the Oculus, whatever they're called now.
Yeah.
In the metaverse, and it should just be installed in every single one.
Absolutely.
So regardless of whatever you're doing in the metaverse, you get in a gunfight, all of a sudden your Headshot Red Dot just lights up and you're ready to go.
Can you imagine that? Oh,
hey Steve, get on that.
Steve, there you go. We only want 1%, 2%, 3%, 4%.
Yeah, maybe 10. But
I mean, hey, we're not here to nickel and dime, okay? But we love you.
Yeah. Make sure headshotreddot.com. Another cool thing, real quick, Hulu. So I don't want people to tune out.
Don't tune out.
Yeah, don't tune out. Listen, watch the whole podcast.
Yeah,
listen to the whole podcast. But just in case you got to do something, you got to tune out right now. Hulu members are getting 3 free months of PC Game Pass.
What the fuck?
So to claim your free 3 months of PC Game Pass, simply head over to Hulu before July 23rd as you log in as a Hulu subscriber. And if you're in good standing, I don't know what that means. If you don't have a strike or you didn't pay your bill or something, I don't know.
Yeah.
But if you're in good standings, you can go over there and claim 3 months of this. And then also just remember, after the 3 months, you have to cancel, or you're going to keep getting charged for that plan, which is Microsoft.
It's a Microsoft based plan. I think it's like from $10 to $30. What is it?
Yeah, it's an Xbox Game Pass member. You got to be an Xbox Game Pass member.
Got it.
Too.
Got it.
But yeah, it's $10 a month.
Okay.
So basically, you're getting $30 for free.
And this is for Xbox users.
Xbox users
specifically.
Yeah, and if you have Hulu.
And if you have Hulu.
And it doesn't matter if you have like the cheaper Hulu version or the non-ad version. It's whichever. But as long as you have Xbox Game Pass.
That's pretty dope. Hey, good for Hulu for reaching out to the gamers, because the power of the gamers.
I think it might have been like Microsoft reached out to Hulu probably.
It's like, hey, you know what? We're in bad shape. Help us out.
Yeah.
And Hulu's like, why not?
You know who's in bad shape? Did you hear about that guy that rushed the stage to tackle Dave Chappelle? I
didn't hear what happened to him. I heard the alleged.
Hear what happened to him?
The alleged, his ass got kicked.
Yeah,
but that was it. Like I wanted details. You know, I wanted to know if a limb got fucking ripped off.
Well, I mean, I saw a photo of him.
Oh, no way.
You didn't see the photo?
I did not see the photo.
Okay, I'll post a photo for the viewers.
Hey, there you
and
guys
then also,
go.
when
You're
you
welcome.
watch back, you can check it out. But
I'll check it out.
Basically, the angle of that photo, it looked like his limb was completely, like they took his arm and tried to rip it off. It was completely distorted this way. It was, but he was attached to the ambulance.
Oh, okay.
You know, so he was like, or to the gurney.
Yeah.
So he was like that. But then later they showed a front picture of him.
Yeah.
He's all messed up. They beat the shit out of him.
They fucked him up.
Yeah, but then his arm didn't look as messed up.
As bad.
It looked more normal. So I don't know if it was the angle or not, but supposedly they broke his hands or something.
Damn, dude, you don't put hands on Dave Chappelle.
No. And you know, a lot of the podcasts I listen to, because they either are friends with comedians or themselves are comedians. So there's a lot of conversation going on with this, and a lot of it has to do with, like, you know, Will Smith bringing this on.
There it is.
You know, stuff like
Let's
that.
hear it.
But I'm not going to get into that part because I don't really care.
I don't care either. But how would you have felt if they beat the shit out of Will Smith? I think that'd been funny as fuck.
That'd be I don't know if ironic is the word, but that's kind of where I think of.
Yeah.
But that would be pretty awesome.
Yeah. Would have been pretty fucking awesome.
Well, you know, the people out there with the grammar police will be like, well, that doesn't mean ironic.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, fuck off.
Yeah. But no, I think, you know, a lot of the sentiment is you can't be having that. A lot of people are mad. Even Dave Chappelle, that this guy did not get any felony charges.
Wow.
And it's like, well, he didn't commit a felony. Like, you can't just make up charges because he did something stupid.
True. That's a good point. That's a good point.
So I guess he did have a knife with him in his pocket.
Like a real knife.
A real knife, but that was like a novelty item, you know, like the combs that look like knives and you can open it up and it's a comb. It was like that, but it was a gun. And I think if you pulled the trigger, the knife would come out.
What the fuck?
So it looked like he had a gun with him, but it actually would turn out to be a knife. But the guy didn't have it like out while he did that. It was in his pocket and stuff like that. So
it's just shitty timing for him.
Yeah. So you can't make up felony charges for something that's not a felony.
Yeah.
I want people to understand that, because people are like irate. They're like, oh, how come he didn't get any charges?
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, you can't do that. I mean, there's still rules.
Yeah. So what he did was stupid. And so, you know, to my point, everyone's saying like they're bummed out because this opens the door, especially because of Will Smith doing it. And then what happened to him? Nothing. He basically got this award and praised and standing ovation. Yeah. You know. Yeah. And then this guy does something like that to one of the biggest comics to ever live, Dave Chappelle, and he doesn't even get any charges. Maybe a misdemeanor, I'm not sure.
Whatever it is that they give him.
Yeah. But he didn't get nothing major like that. So that's leaving the door open to other people to be like, you know what? I'm not going to get a felony. I might get a misdemeanor, go to jail, get my ass kicked, but the clout is worth it. That's what they're saying. Like the clout might be worth for someone that's trying to make a name for themselves. But I don't know if that's exactly the way you want to be remembered.
Not really.
Like the guy that got beat up by Mike Tyson, he's a clown. Like no one's going to be like, dude, you're so cool. Like,
no,
you know what I mean?
No.
But so everyone's, bummed about that. But I think the opposite. I think it's like, depending on who it is and the security or like the friends, whoever you have in your crew.
Right.
Like if that keeps happening and the people are getting their asses beat, pretty soon you're going to be like, yeah, that's not worth it.
No.
Not
at all.
So if this guy didn't get stomped out or anything like that, then yeah, that I'd be like on the same page. We're like, hey, you need to do something because then everyone's going to do it. Yeah. But dude, this guy got beat up.
Yeah, his ass kicked.
Yeah.
Which I think that was kind of cool.
Hell yeah.
In my opinion. That's like back in the days where it's like.
That's how it should be.
Yeah, absolutely. Like get your fucking ass kicked. Like it's just like, I don't know. And any sort of thing, anything at all in the similar line. It's like you ran up, you tackled somebody. It's like, no, fuck off. You're probably going to get away scot-free. If we don't do anything to you, you didn't cut him. You didn't hurt him. You didn't harm him. Yeah. You tackled him. And fuck, Dave Chappelle almost chased his ass off the damn stage. If it wasn't for that, I think it's kind of rad they beat the fuck out of him.
Yeah. And I think it's really cool too, because like I could just imagine, and this is maybe because it's Hollywood, but I could imagine the cops showing up and say like, what happened?
Yeah.
Looking at the guy and be like, holy shit, the guy got his ass beat.
Yeah.
In another place, they might be like, all right, well, what happened? We need to take names, like who did this or whatever. Right. But it's Hollywood. It's all famous people. I heard Jamie Foxx was the first person to grab the dude.
Sock him up.
And then that probably socked him out and stomped him. So props to Jamie Foxx. I heard that and I went and bought some of his glasses.
I fucking hope so. You did?
Hell yeah.
Dude, I hope that's the case. Oh, that's sick.
So, the cops showed up and they were like, we didn't see nothing.
Yeah.
Like that scene of The Wolf of Wall Street when the guy steals the money and they hang him from the thing.
Yeah.
And the cops come and they beat the shit out of him too.
Yep.
That's kind of like what happens in this situation. That's why I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
Because it's like, dude, you're going to learn a lesson. You're not going to do that again.
Yeah. This is handling your business right there and then.
Yeah.
And I'm fucking down for that.
Yeah.
You want to do something stupid and think that you're just going to do a little bit of jail time? No. You get your ass kicked right now. And then, I hope that was the case where they showed up and they're like, he ran up here. His face looked like that. It's crazy, dude.
Like I was like, that's what, okay. That's
he got his ass kicked on the way up here.
Yeah.
Because no one touched him.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Oh, that'd be so sick. Just the idea that Jamie's just like, bah, bah, bah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, dude. I fucking love it.
Yeah.
I'm getting amped up just thinking about it.
Yeah.
Let's get fucking naked. What?
I don't know about that.
Clip it.
Yeah, I don't. Must be the hair.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, sometimes. Yeah. I'm gonna blame it on the hair when I do some crazy shit. But you know what? It's just heat of the moment. Plus, I have too much layers on.
Yeah.
Sometimes I shed some skin.
Yeah, it's kind of warm in here. All the lights on us.
It is, but it's what happens when you're famous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that'd be kind of cool if people ran up on us too.
Yeah, it's fuck. I mean, they're gonna get hands.
Yeah. But catch some hands for sure. Yeah, I thought that was funny, and my opinion's a little bit different than the comedians out there. They're like, no, the people need to be punished so they stop doing that or it doesn't happen again. But it's like, if you can handle yourself, one, or if you have like a good crew, two, like one of those two, like pick one. If you can't handle yourself, then have a good crew that when someone runs up on stage with you, they're going to be there, grab that person and give them what they need.
Yeah. I think that was dope. Like I didn't even think of that also. Like, it's just like, it's also Dave Chappelle. Like, he's pretty OG. Yeah. When you think about it, he goes pretty far back. Yeah. So it's likely he's got some fucking gangster crew. Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what a lot of people are saying. That he runs with the wrong crew if you want him to be the wrong crew. You know?
Absolutely.
And then just like Jamie Foxx being up there too, like only because he's like a Grammy winner, like whatever he is, like.
Great actor.
I wouldn't be messing with Jamie Foxx either,
No. And then, of course, Chris Rock walks up there after. Was that Will Smith? Like, that just probably released a bunch of tension because I feel bad for Dave Chappelle. I mean, it's like he's coming back from everything that he's been through and he's killing it too. Because I fucking love this guy. And so
I guess a lot of like famous people were there, like Elon Musk was there.
Oh, for that.
Shit. Yeah. He didn't jump on stage though.
No, he's saving his hands for Putin.
No. Oh man, that'd be awesome if that did happen. I mean,
he's saving breath.
He's
man.
like, hey Putin, if you want on Twitter, you gotta come fight me.
That's it.
Make it happen.
I mean, YouTube can do it. Yeah. YouTube can make it happen.
Imagine if it was Joe Rogan.
If Joe Rogan ran up there?
No, if Joe Rogan, someone ran up on Joe Rogan. Oof. Have you ever seen those videos of him kicking?
The whole, like, when they're holding it or when he's just kicking the bag?
Either one.
I saw the one where some guy's holding it and he's doing the sidekick.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, fuck.
Like, a lot of people praise his, like, sidekick as being, like, kind of like...
It's fantastic. It's like Muay Thai.
Yeah, getting kicked by, like, a horse or something.
Yeah. And this kick's like a Muay Thai kick. Like, straight up, like, all kick professionality. Yeah. Oh, dude.
It's so funny. I watched a short on, I think it was YouTube, and it was of... Joe Rogan, and it was basically, I think it was like when he had the old studio and the old crew for his show, but he basically grabbed one of the co-hosts and he like grabbed his leg and he's like, this is where your leg's supposed to be. And he's grabbing him and he's like pulling he's like, your head's supposed to be here or whatever. Oh, now stretch your leg out. And the guy could like barely do it, you know?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, my pants or whatever. But then Joe's like, no, it don't matter. And then he did it by himself, like just like standing there. And the other guy was like, holy shit, just the air coming off your leg. You know?
It's like a fan.
Yeah. So
yeah, dude.
He's known for a pretty good kick. So just imagine running up. I kind of wish I would run up on Joe Rogan just to get donkey kicked like that. That'd be kind of cool.
That would be worth the clout.
Yeah. That one would, just because I'm already saying it. So,
yeah.
You know.
So, man, did you see that guy that got kicked in the face by Joe Rogan? Yeah, dude. What an idol. Yeah. Took it like a champ.
Yeah. Nah, but that'd be funny. Like some guy just doesn't know that part of Joe Rogan. Right. They know his because you know he has a lot of different I knew him as a UFC guy. Yeah. My wife knew him as the Fear Factor guy. I was like, Joe Rogan was on Fear Factor? I never knew that.
I knew him as a Fear Factor guy,
and then other people knew him as a comedian, and I didn't know. And you remember, like, he had beef with Carlos Mencia?
Yep.
And he was, like, trying to cancel, and he did cancel him at the end of the day. But I was like, why is Joe Rogan messing with Carlos Mencia? That's kind of fucked.
Right.
I didn't realize that Joe Rogan was the comic. So that's why he was doing it, because supposedly Carlos was stealing jokes.
Yeah.
So a lot of people know him from different things. So just imagine just one person knowing him off his podcast.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's all you know.
And they're like, oh, this guy's a wimp. This guy, you know, he's trying comedy, and they go to his show and hop up on stage and just to get laid out.
Mollywopped off the stage.
Dude, that would be probably one of the best days.
Oh yeah,
on internet.
Oh, it would shit on Will Smith's fucking style.
I wish like he would like think that fast though, to be like, oh, this guy's coming at me, and then just like straight up just kick him.
Yeah, like throws the mic in the guy's face just to get him off guard, and then dude, I played the whole thing out in my head just now. Oh god, what an action film!
That's what I'm saying. Like we kind of have to do it just to make that happen in real life.
Agreed.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
Rochambeau for who goes up there.
You could go.
No, I don't want to. You just said that you take the donkey kick.
I'll take a kick.
Okay, fuck. Jeez, I'll be there to catch you.
Okay. All right. Well, speaking of getting donkey kicked, this weekend, Tony Ferguson got donkey kicked right in the face. Man, it was sad. Did you see the clip of that?
Yes. How long was this? The fight?
I was in the second round.
It was in the second round.
Yeah.
But how long, or I guess that was a terrible question. How long into the round was it?
It was pretty quick.
Right? That's the question.
Probably like 30 seconds within the second, into the second round.
Now, do you think, I mean, in your opinion, did you think, was it Ferguson? Like, was he in it to win it in the second round?
He looked good. Well, in the second round, I don't know, because it was like pretty quick, like I said. But in the first round, he looked pretty good.
I was just going to say, because in the first round, the highlights that I saw, I was like, he looks like a monster.
Yeah, he is a monster.
Absolutely.
He's never been finished.
Until the day came.
Until the day came that a short guy just up-kicked him right in the chin.
Just fucking came in his face.
Yeah.
But that is pretty wild, because it was pretty quick into the mat, or into the second round. So I guess lately I've been not expecting knockouts, just based on the recent history of UFC and MMA just in general, because it's just it's been common lately. You know, you get these big pay-per-views and nothing good happens, or something happens too quick.
Yeah. Well, you know what's going on is the champions, they're treating it like they're professionals, like we were talking about earlier, that they're really looking into the fights now and just not being like, hey, you know what? I know I can just knock this guy out. They don't do that. They're like, oh, the way to beat this guy is basically take him on the ground and just like tire him out and stuff like that. So then you'll see like 3 rounds of just wrestling. You're like, dude, this is so boring.
Strategy, long play.
Yeah. Instead of just being like, because when you just kind of do things because you're athletic and the other person has a game plan, they might catch you. Yeah. And as a champion, you want to lose your belt.
Absolutely.
So they like, that's why a lot of people criticize Mayweather. Yeah. So he was all defense.
He plays too safe. Yeah. And it's true. It's not wrong. I don't criticize in a sense, like in a negative way, but yes, I get what you mean. It's just in the eyes of Mayweather, he's just playing smart. Like he's like, why am I going to fucking take one to the face? Yeah. When I can keep my face intact and still win $1 million. Yeah. Like in logic sense. Yeah. So I get you.
Yeah. So they have better game plans now, like especially the champions. Cool. And you could tell by like a lot of the champions in each division right now. Yeah. They've been the champion for a while. It used to be, I think, more of like the champions were champions for a long time. Right. That's because they didn't fight.
I see.
Like they would have a fight coming up.
Hold on to that belt.
And then 3 weeks before the fight, they'd be like, oh, hurt my shoulder.
Injury.
And then they wouldn't fight. So instead of fighting twice a year, they would fight once a year. Or maybe they wouldn't fight till the very next year. So, you know, they'd be like, oh, this guy's been the champion for 10 years. Yeah. Well, yeah, but he hasn't really fought.
But he's fought 5.
Yeah, he hasn't fought 20 fights. You know, he's fought 5 fights. Right. Like, so he's only defended the title 5. But now, like, the guys that you're seeing that they are actually fighting twice a year if they're not getting hurt. And, you know, they're defending their titles pretty good. And I think that's why, because they're you know, using their head, which makes for more boring fights.
And it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
But then we look forward to these kinds of fights, like the Tony Ferguson and Michael Chandler. It wasn't for a belt, but it was they're the top guys in that division. Yep. So whoever wins that fight could potentially fight for the championship next time or in another fight. So that's what makes those exciting, because those guys are trying to kill themselves.
You want those last minute, oh, what the fuck kind of things. And I fucking love that shit. Like when Ronda Rousey got it.
Best day of my life.
I'll never forget the first time it happened. I was standing outside of a Buffalo Wild Wings and I saw her get fucking beat to a pulp. Yeah. Oh, awful to watch.
I loved it.
You loved every minute of it.
I loved it. Yeah.
I just thought she was hot. I was like, she's a hot.
Ronda kind of gives me the same vibes as like the co-main event of the match, which was Rose Namajunas versus Carla Esparza, which is considered now the most boring fight ever in UFC history. And that's not me saying that. That's not me. That's a lot of people that are into the UFC business saying that. But yeah, that fight sucks so bad. And it's like, I try to like Rose. I think she's a good fighter. I really liked Joanna. So she came in and and Joanna was like, you know, a champion for a long time, like I'm saying, and defended her belt a long time. She was like kind of like the baddest woman on earth, you know? Yeah. And then Rose came in and fucked her up. And then I was like, nah, that was just luck. Yeah. Came in, did it again. I'm like, dang it. Fuck. You know, and then she got dropped on her head. Yeah. Belt taken away. I'm like, see, I knew it. It's just all hype. Yeah. And then she fought the girl that had the title, kicked her in the face, knocked her out. I'm like, dang it. Yeah. And I was like, it's just a fluke. Comes back, beats her again. And I'm like, damn it. You know, and then now she fights this girl. Yeah. And she gives up her title. She didn't lose the title. She gave it up because she didn't do anything. Oh. You know what I mean? It was that boring. Like, she didn't do anything.
And won it.
And then the other girl did a little bit more than she did.
I see.
But realistically, they didn't do nothing.
It's the same thing with, what's her name? Holly
Holm?
Yeah, Holly Holm, where she beat Ronda. And then, like, I think she fought...
the very next fight, she got choked out.
Yeah. And she got beat up too. Like, she got a couple jabs in her face, kind of looked fucked up a little bit. And I think the meme was that she looked like she was 90, you know, like she just got not like fucked up, but
that
just
was a different one.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, that was a different
But the point is, I'm like, how you lost to that? Yeah. Like, what the fuck? But yeah, no, I fully understood. Understood.
Yeah. So it was a good night of fights. Besides that one, that was horrible. But dude, I gotta say it. My man.
Let's hear it.
My brother.
Mm-hmm.
Canelo Alvarez.
This is what I wanted to hear.
He took the L. I didn't watch the fight. I still haven't watched the fight. But he moved
Just
up.
highlights?
No, I haven't watched anything.
Oh, wow.
So he moved up in weight.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to get that belt.
Mm-hmm.
I heard he got his ass whooped.
Yes.
I mean, from seeing like the announcement after the fight, he didn't really look like he got beat up, but I heard he got his ass kicked. Whatever.
Oh, dude, no. The other guy, he's looking like he got yeah. He had some chunky cheeks. I'll tell you that.
But Canelo, lost unanimous decision there, so it wasn't like it was like close or nothing. So
no,
hey.
Yeah. I mean, unless you want me to spoil anything, it was just the fact that it was so weird how much this fucking guy was consuming Canelo's punches.
Well, he's a bigger dude naturally.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It just looked weird. You know what I mean? Because Canelo's trying to keep up, and granted, Canelo is not that weight. He's not naturally that weight, right? But to see Canelo land some punches, and this guy's just like, the fuck was that? I'm like, what the fuck is this guy eating? Like, what the fuck? Like, even when the announcers, when they're saying like, oh, the right hook by Canelo, and you're just like, fuck yeah. And this guy's like, but he's swelling. Yeah. So he's taking in these blows, but I'm like, what the fuck is this guy eating?
Because usually, like, as a fighter, when you know the other person can't knock you out,
right,
you're just gonna come in.
That's when he's just like, I got this. Yeah. Like, unfortunately,
he's just like, you're not gonna knock me out, so I'm not scared to come in and take your shots and give you shots as well. Yeah. It's just when it's the other way around, and I think that's what happened to Rose, because she got choked out by this girl before back in the day, and she was just scared to get choked out again.
Yes.
So she didn't want to jump in right away and get caught.
Yes.
So that's what happens in the fight game.
Right. No, you're right. And I don't think Canelo and I forget this guy's name. What's his name?
I don't know.
I don't remember his name. There's no real beef between them.
No, I don't
either. Because between the fights, even, it was kind of dope, dude. I don't know what it is, but it's this whole, like, I guess it depends too. There's times where there's the feud, and I'm like, I want them to fucking throw beef at each other. But there's also the like fights like this where in every round, Canelo and him would bump fists like between fights. Like Canelo had him in the ropes at one point, or he had Canelo in the ropes, and like ding ding, and they just they bump fists, and like they're like, hey, that was good. Like, I'm like, fuck yeah, I love that shit too though.
Well, in recent like fights, maybe like just this year or even last year, I'm kind of disliking the whole beef, and I'll tell you why.
Right, but we're used to that.
I love the beef. I love it. But the guys are having beef nowadays, whether it's UFC or boxing, whatever it may be, those guys are underperforming.
Absolutely.
It's always like,
it's all hype.
It's like, dude, you're going to leave. You're going to be in the hospital for the remaining of the year. I'm going to kill you. I want to eat your children, like Mike Tyson type deal back in the day, but he would deliver. And then you watch the fight and they don't do anything. And you're like, dude,
it's a meltdown.
I was so excited for this fight because of how they sold it.
Yeah.
And then they were scared of each other, or they just didn't do nothing.
Or it's like they forgot how to fight.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So like, kind of like the whole like beef now, like I'm not really into that now. Yeah. 100%. I'd rather just see two guys just like really fight, and then maybe one guy being better, or like whatever it may be. But the whole beef thing's getting kind of old because these guys are not wanting to really throw hands.
No, absolutely. It's more of like it's a pathetic scare tactic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they're like, oh, I'm going to get in his head.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah, that's exactly.
And then all of a sudden the fight goes down, and they shit the bed so fucking hard. The dog won't eat that.
And it sucks for like...
My stomach just growled.
Yeah.
It's loud.
That was weird.
It was.
Yeah.
I talked about shit and my stomach growled.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with shit.
Yeah. It's probably like, don't eat nothing, Roger.
Don't eat shit, Roger. Yeah.
It's warning you.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, speaking of eating shit, man. Doug Censor Martin.
Oh. Doug Censor Martin.
I will say, I feel bad for that dude.
Let's hear it.
At one point, he was a Call of Duty champion. He's a 2-time Call of Duty world champion, I believe.
Okay.
At one point, he was dating Yanette Garcia.
I don't know who that is. Oh, I know. I'm sorry.
I'll post a photo for all you people.
There you guys go. You're welcome.
The Weather Girl.
The Weather Girl?
You didn't know?
Oh, yes. Yeah. I'm so stupid. You're right. I know.
At one point, he was dating her.
Got it.
Broke up with her.
He broke up with her?
Yeah. And what, like the headlines were, gamer breaks up with girl to play Call of Duty. And that was kind of the thing. But like, you know, I think we talked about this, but like going deep into it was more of the fact of like, they weren't really getting along because she wanted the clout off of him and was like, well, if I'm going to be in your YouTube videos, I need to get paid part of the money that you're making off of it. And he's just like, dude, what?
It's like, no, you're my side right now.
Yeah, like,
come on, you're my piece. Yeah.
So they, you know, were bumping heads or stuff. They weren't happy, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
I would have made it work, but whatever.
I mean, there's conditions we could probably make it happen.
For sure. So, you know, he's kind of like the laughing stock, and he hasn't. So, you know, and he also said like he wanted to focus on Call of Duty and be a world champion again. Since then, he's barely made teams, and then when he has made teams, he's been like the substitute on the bench. So he hasn't really played. So obviously he hasn't won a championship or anything like that.
Damn.
But he does get a lot of like hate, and he seems like a really nice guy. And that's maybe why he gets the hate, because it's like when he's a really nice guy, but then he comes out kind of arrogant.
Got it.
When he says certain things.
Got it.
And I think it rubs people the wrong way. And I don't think he understands, because I think he thinks in his heart that he's being like honest and like
honest or funny or like genuine.
Genuine, good person. Yeah. But people see it as like arrogance. They're like, dude, you suck.
Yeah.
You know, and he's just like, every year he's like, oh, this is the year. And it's not the year. I'm sorry to say. Yeah. So people do like kind of shit on him a lot. And I feel bad for the dude. But that has nothing to do with anything.
Oh, cool.
Why he's in the news right now is he said he has some insiders over at whoever's creating the new Call of Duty, which is going to be Modern Warfare 2.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
And he says that his insiders said the game is doo-doo.
Oh, his insiders say it's garbage.
Yeah.
Huh? Well, fuck.
So he says, so from my sources, the game's shit. That's my sources. I'm not leaking who my sources are, but I heard the game is shit, and it's from sources I trust, which, I mean, he's been in the game for a long time. So whoever his sources are, I'm pretty sure they're like reliable people.
I'm sure they are, yeah.
So I'm cautiously optimistic, because you guys know I'm always optimistic about the new Call of Duty games. I'm cautiously optimistic this year, he's saying. So I don't know what to think, but part of me wants to say that this is all a lie.
Clout again.
In a way, maybe from the studio telling Doug, hey, say that the game's shit. Just to get that out there and stuff like that. And then when the game drops, I don't know why I think that, but I kind of think that the game comes out and everyone's gonna be like, dude, this game's the dopest game ever.
And then they'll shit on him again.
Well, no, I don't know if they're setting him up. That'd be hilarious.
I know, the whole time, but they paid him.
Yeah.
So, no, I don't know. Yeah, you're right. It could very well be reverse psychology by the company's thought, but yeah, I don't know. Unfortunately, he's not looking good as it is.
Yeah.
So for him to make such an ambitious accusation, it's ballsy. That's all I'm saying. And
you know, when you say like my sources, you need to give us better than I trust my sources. Like we know, dude. Yeah, obviously, but who are your sources? Don't say your sources, but like some guy that works in the game studio.
Yeah, some guy helping in the developing side of this game. Something like that. You know, like give me a department.
Yeah, or some guy that's plays the game before they come out. Whatever it may be, just say something.
Yeah, give me a position. I need to know this guy's title.
You can't just say that the game is trash.
Yeah.
And we're supposed to believe you because you have a source.
Yeah. My source is the CEO's daughter's ex-boyfriend's dog's related sister, half-brother, dog shit eating cousin.
Well, in that case, Vinny. You might as well just name drop him. Yeah, Vinny.
Yeah, Vinny. He's my source.
Yeah.
And that's that. Dude, how funny if like I'm just like throwing all those names out there and you throw a convolution of random people's faces and someone's dog and then the shit, maybe not the shit, but maybe a blurred out shit, and then Vinny.
I have a friend named Vinny that plays Call of Duty.
No shit.
Just throw him on there.
Oh, fuck. Let's go, Vinny. Pissed. Yeah. He'd be pissed.
Vinny also is an avid golf person.
Oh shit! We got a Call of Duty golf person. Are you sure it's not Nate Shot? Damn.
Yeah. I'll smoke them. Both of them. But speaking of golf, EA Sports PGA Tour, some announcements on it. Nothing too major, but
let's fucking go, dude.
They did come out with a statement saying, "Hey, golf fans, we wanted to let you know that we are shifting the launch date of EA Sports PGA Tour. We're excited to bring championship golf to you, and we'll be providing more information for our launch plans in the coming months."
Oh,
so Tom Henderson on Twitter is like an insider of gaming. He says that he saw like a projection chart or whatever, and it says in Q4 of this year that they're going to release the PGA Tour game. So that's what I guess we can expect. Yeah, but it's like some people are saying maybe next year.
Last quarter of this year, then for sure is like his estimate, or is it like?
He says he's seen some documents and he posted the document saying, showing you what he's talking about.
God, I love these games.
So that's going to be, obviously October, November, December of this year. So seeing that most games come out late October, early mid-November,
right?
I'd say the new PGA Esports PGA Tour is going to come out. Or EA Sports.
Looking forward to this.
Yeah, November.
I like the 2K ones, and I'm sure the EA's got some good shit up their sleeves. They make good games. They need to be consistent, you know?
Yeah.
That's all I'm asking. No, and otherwise, they make good games.
Yeah, and they're really, really like, I think, banking on this. And I think it's like the prime time to actually be dropping a game like this. A lot of people are into golf right now.
Yep.
A lot of different industries are doing collabs with content creators
and golfers
and stuff. So, but this game is going to feature the Players Championship, FedEx Cup Playoffs, US Open Championship, the Open Championship, the Masters, the LPGA events, and never before seen courses, along with the iconic courses that, if you're a big golf person. But
hell yeah.
Like I said, that's gonna, create a lot of opportunity for just content in general.
Mm-hmm. I know. I'm with it.
I know we talked about it. I'm sure you missed it. I missed it. But 100 Thieves had a all golf inspired merch drop.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like an hour late and I'll go on there and everything's sold out.
Yep.
So
that's yeah.
Yeah. So, and then I've been seeing, I think today, Nate Shot was wearing his stuff at a golf event and he was with a top.
His wife.
Dustin Johnson or something like that.
Oh, yeah. Handing him something or being handed something.
So, he's getting really involved in that. And that's just like an esports org.
Yeah.
And they're really getting involved in the golf scene and stuff like that. So with the actual game coming out, I could see a lot of potential there.
It's a cool blend, honestly. Like I get the concept myself. Like I'm not an avid golfer, but I'd love to be, and I love video games. So it's funny, like the combination of certain things. How, like, for example, like basketball, NBA players revert to gaming as their pastime, or gamers themselves, they play basketball or golf for their pastime. It's just funny to think, it's just how it works, how the circle of gaming, like how big the
well, it's kind of funny works. Though, because don't you think it'd be like the reverse, the exact opposite? Because I've known people, well, I won't go there. I don't know if that really is relevant, but say like you're a baseball player and you're like, that's all you do.
Yeah.
So like, wouldn't even like a baseball game not be the thing that you want to do in your spare time? Like you want to go play like a dirt bike game.
Right.
Because that's something that you don't do.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
But it's like what you say though. It's like, basketball players are like 2K. And it's like.
And it's so true.
It's like, why?
Yeah.
And then like soccer players, there's like FIFA. It's like, I don't get it.
They eat, breathe, and sleep it.
Yeah. Even though like they do that as a profession or they do that as a legit hobby.
Yeah.
But then like off that hobby, then they also have the hobby of playing that video game too.
Is their game.
Yeah. Which to me, I mean, it makes sense. It's obviously cool. It's okay. I'm not dogging on it. But like to me, I'm just like, I think it's kind of weird because it's like, well, wouldn't you pick a different game that's not of what you already do.
Right.
To
you
like
think it'd be your
kill time.
escape
Yeah, exactly.
of that game. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, hey, same boat, bro.
Yeah, it's weird.
Agreed. But yeah,
with that logic though, Ninja is probably a carpenter.
Yeah.
And we're definitely like war veterans.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
When you put it that way, man.
Yeah. Your boy, Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast.
He's in the news because he was basically saying what we already said.
Okay.
Earlier this year, late last year. I don't even remember when we said it because we just predict the future.
Oh, yeah.
But basically, he's coming for the music labels and studios, saying a major music label should stop copywriting or copyright striking YouTubers every opportunity it gets, and instead let us use their music, and then we YouTubers all rally and get them tens of billions of impressions on their music for not being cunts to us. And then he says, yeah. And then he says, thoughts with a question mark, and then a laughing emoji.
Bro.
That's probably the first time and only time Mr. Beast has had a personality.
100%.
Yeah, that's 100%. Funny.
Otherwise, he's a robot.
Yeah,
he is. He's a
Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, that's fucking funny. I didn't know about this tweet. This is kind of hilarious.
Yeah, and a lot of people agree with him. But then this music guy, Ross Gerber, I'm not really sure. He's some type of musician, I believe, or whatever.
Oh, okay.
But he came back and he said, "You make $500 million a year on YouTube. Most musicians are broke. How about you pay the creators who make your videos great? Music makes the world go round." So he's meaning like the creators, as far as like the creators that provide music for videos and stuff like that, because that's what kind of makes the videos great.
Yeah, I didn't quite understand what he meant by creators, but now I see what you mean.
So I think he's talking about that. And I agree with him. We're obviously like smaller, go to our YouTube, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell and everything. But we're smaller. So I would understand that for us, like what Mr. Beast is saying.
Okay.
Well, actually both ways, because, we talked about this in the past, like the whole TikTok.
Yes.
There's songs on the radio because of TikTok.
Right.
There's songs that like probably have been around for a few years, but if it wasn't for TikTok, they would have never resurfaced, gotten that hype that now they're on the radio. Yeah.
No, that's absolutely true. I fully agree. There's things like that I've missed that were on the radio for a long time, and then it's resurfaced simply because of trendy TikTok.
Yeah, like, we were just talking about that Usher song that's gotten on the charts just because.
It's so funny.
That's a song from 1998.
Yeah, literally.
But it's on the charts now because people are searching it, downloading it because of a trend on TikTok.
So you're welcome.
I totally understand that, and that's what we were saying before. Like having the right creator play your song on a video can only be better for you as a music person. But I know it's probably a lot harder than just saying it, because you have to go through studios, who owns the rights, and paying the different people that had things to do with the songs. And like, I know it's probably like a headache. Yeah. And then I understand this guy too. He's saying like most musicians, if you're not like the Beyonce or Bruno Mars of your genre, you're broke. Right. You're putting out good music still, but you're broke. Yeah. So how about you, as a guy that's making $15 million a year using my song? How about you pay me?
And I see, and I like that. I get that point also. But what does this Gerber guy realize though, that whenever their song is played on TikTok, they get paid for it? Does he realize that though?
I mean, I don't know. He looks like an older guy.
So like hypothetically, let's say that that you're, like you said, there's a song that's super old and your time has passed with that song, but you got paid quite well, whatever. And now it's resurfacing again because of TikTok, and you're suddenly getting an income again. And you're like, what the fuck? Where am I getting all this money? Yeah. And it's like, oh shit, Mr. Beast decided to make a TikTok about it, and now everybody's replaying the song over and over again. Yeah. It's like, who are you really thanking here at this point? Are you thanking TikTok, or are you thanking Mr. Beast for, replaying it? But to your point, you're right. At the same time, it's like these guys are broke, so they got to make money somehow. So yeah, it works both ways, honestly. But I don't know. Was he the only one that made a remark?
Now there's a big threat, but this is in the article. This is kind of the only guy, I guess, that kind of makes more sense of what he was saying.
That made sense about.
Yeah.
Okay.
In a professional way, but yeah, I get it. But like, I mentioned that way before. Mm-hmm. Like, dude, you guys need to make something where it's easy for a creator not to go pay money for these. Well, I mean, even that, like, if we don't pay money for these like other websites that have like copyrighted music that you can use, then and we can use anyone's music, then those guys are not going to make money. Right. The guys are just making beats for those websites to sell.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So we're taking money out of their pockets because I'm able to use the Bruno Mars song whenever I want.
Right. Whenever you want. So that's to that point. That's also true.
Yeah.
Fuck. Oh man, but we're not scientists. We just spit the truth.
Mr. Beast is probably like thinking of a video and he's probably like, I really want to use this song, and he can't.
And he can't use it.
And when you like get everything you ever wanted,
and being told no.
And then all of a sudden you're getting told no, you can't use my song.
Yeah. He's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. You cunts, he says.
He's no longer a robot.
Yeah. All right, to end the show today, this one's gone by pretty quick.
Yeah.
But our girl Amaranth, she's making the news like always.
The ASMR girl?
Yeah.
The Asthma?
The Asthma girl.
Mm-hmm.
She invested $1 million into Twitch, and she also has stock in Amazon, in Google, and something else. I forget what it was, but I think it's kind of funny because she's making these like she's like very active on Twitter.
Yeah.
I think she's making these things, and she says like she does it so like just people are like, she's very transparent. People see and maybe get motivated themselves and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think in a way it's like her trolling, because how people see her as like, you're just a pretty girl. Because a lot of times she says, it will be a bumpy, but her endeavor here will be bumpy, but like this is a no-brainer for me, and I'm just a dumb e-girl, she says. So I think she's just kind of like,
I see what you mean by trolling.
Yeah, she kind of has that like complex of like she has to like prove herself.
I do notice that in the thread that she gets into the specifics about how much it cost her.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of either gassing yourself up to look, I don't know. I've never been that's not true either. It just depends, I guess. But you know what? I'll just revert all the way back before I say anything else to the fact that I simply don't like her. And I'm going to stick to that. And everybody that's ever heard me before in the past, we already know why. It's not her. It's what she does for money, and it's like super annoying, but that's my personal opinion. What she's doing is smart as fuck. She's making money. She's making moves. She's making it happen. It's like LeBron James. I hate the fucking guy, but he's in, and I hate him more because he's on the Lakers, and I didn't want him on the Lakers. But the fact is, he's a baller. Yeah. He's great for a reason. So, I mean, we're going to just leave it at that for me. But I'm like, fuck, I just don't like her. Yeah.
I will say, though, I appreciate what she's doing, because there's many girls in the same situation. You could say the same about Valkyrie. You could say the same about Pokimane. About a lot of different girls are in her same situation. And you, I don't know if it's because they don't do it or just because they don't want to like come out like what you're saying, just like bragging and stuff. Right. But you never hear them talk about like, hey, let me invest my money.
They don't talk about money, essentially.
Yeah. So she does it the wrong way. She says like, let me invest my 6 figures or 7 figures I make a month into stock. She purchased 500 shares of Amazon at $2,169
each.
Yeah. Each share costing her $1 million+. So, but like I said, she comes out by saying, let me invest my salary that I make doing this. It's like a no-brainer. It's basically free money, she says. So she does come off wrong. Right. But like what I like about her is that like she is showing that she is a e-girl, as Twitch streamer. And then, but with the money that she's making there, she's also making very smart moves for her future.
Absolutely. It's not stupid at all.
But you don't hear these other ones say that stuff or that they invest. So it makes me wonder, like, are they saving? Are they investing?
I know.
Or is this Amaranth the only smart one out of all the girls?
That's bringing it forward. The only one I know of is that Valkyrie, for example, she's a co-owner of 100 Thieves. And that's unless that's not true. They did say it out loud by 100 Thieves, but you're right. It's just, I don't know. I think I've just always been more of a fan of modesty in a way. But then again, I'd be a hypocrite because you and I hit it tomorrow, we're fucking on our way and we just made $2-3 million today. Yeah. I'd say, fuck you, everybody, because
you'd
you
be
guys
Scrooge McDuck swimming in your money.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I would fucking tweet about it too. I'd be like, to all those content creators that said we couldn't make it, you can eat shit. Yeah. And like Mr. Beast says, you're all cunts. So fuck off. And like, that's what I'd go at that. But then I'd have a much bigger voice, and I would also come at people that I still think are making terrible moves in the content creating world. But I would be a hypocrite 100%. So that's why I can't really argue with what you mean about her, because you're not wrong. She's making incredible moves. Yeah. And I think she just says it the wrong way. She just says it the wrong way. And then it's cringy in a sense, but I'm also jealous. So there you go. Yeah. That's the truth. Yeah. I'm like, I fucking hate you for that. But
I think she's just cringy because she's trying to prove a point.
Yeah. Yeah. When she doesn't need to. She doesn't necessarily need to.
We all know you're like one of the biggest creators on Twitch as far as a female goes. We all know that already.
Absolutely.
But you don't have to throw that in her face.
We know you're top tier. Yeah. It's true. And it is very true. Everything she does is genius. Everything she does is for herself, and she's absolutely doing the right moves by investing in the right things. I just don't like her.
I like her.
I know you like her. But at least that's the thing about us. We agree to disagree, but we're always on the same page. Yeah. And I admit when I'm wrong for sure. But
hey, but when it's your opinion, you can't be wrong.
That's true. But it's just an opinion. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Thug life.
That's all it is.
And when we're rich as fuck, we're going to have a fuckload of opinions about everybody else.
I'll keep it humble.
But you got to do your hair. You got to change your hair at least one time in our riches,
I will.
Easy peasy. That's an easy peasy thing.
I'll get like extensions and get like cornrows and stuff.
Dude, you've got the luscious hair.
Yeah.
You really do.
That'd be cool.
But with that said, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you guys did enjoy the show. We had a blast here today.
Oh, yeah.
And I loved every minute of it. Hopefully you guys do tune in. Like Jorge said earlier, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Just remember whenever we drop a new video. If you guys want to talk, chat, any of that stuff, hit us up in the comment section. We love to talk.
Yep. Hit us up on all our socials. Just search The Gamer Boyz with a Z. You can hit up our website. That's thegamerboyz.com. Our email is info@thegamerboyz.com. There's a lot of places you could reach us if you really wanted to.
Yes. And just, hit us up. Yeah. I'm fucking down to talk. You guys want to chat about something stupid? I'm down to chat about something stupid. You guys want to talk about the next hair color? Let's do it. Yeah. If you guys want to talk at all, let's do it.
Hey, when are we doing the next hair color? You're going to rock that color for a while?
I want to do it till it juices out. And I think the next one's going to be, dude. I'm almost thinking like smoke black. Or not smoke black, smoke gray. Like I want it to be this, but like darker, but almost on the purple side. Like a dark, a dark violet, like that thing you got kind of hanging there. Maroon. Maroon. That's the word I was looking for. Like a maroon color. That's what I'm thinking.
Maroon 5?
Maroon 5 color. God, that's a good band. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you guys did enjoy. We'll see you guys in the next video. And stay tuned. We like to give you guys all the content in the world. We love you guys. Make smart decisions. Don't be stupid. And don't run up on stage, and hit people. Like, that's fucking weird. Unless you want to catch some hands. Yeah. And Dave Chappelle, I love you, man.
Yeah, we got your back.
Absolutely. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, game on.
Game on.